we're off.
All right.
Hooray.
Everyone's good. We did make sure everyone's here, right?
Oh yeah, we're all here.
Mhm.
I think Connor might be temporarily muted, but he'll be back in a minute.
Yep, I'm muted, but I am here.
Sounds good.
There is a battle between cats going on.
All right, so
Okay.
Would like to recap.
I won.
Once. Anyhow, we start in Brilton on the eve of the Harvest Festival. We were all there for the wedding of L'Oreal and a guy called Alan Edmonds. We were all friends with L'Oreal, and basically there was, the Alan guy. None of us
No
really
one knew him. Like the whole room.
Yep. Anyway, the bard in the tavern that we started in gets chased out by thrown food. Nobody really liked his story, and then Elena and Killian got into a fist fight. And yes, Killian did get the first knockout blow, but the instant the bard got Lena up, she returned the favor, and then Killian went down. So, tit for tat. The party still kind of got kicked out. Next day was the wedding. We found out Bastian likes to arm wrestle, and Chili the cat is so good. And of course, during the wedding, just as they're doing the vows up front, there's an attack. Sudden cloud of smoke. L'Oreal vanished in the space of something under 6 seconds. Alan was dead, killed pretty quickly into the start of this. A thug escaped, another's in custody. They had some pet wolves. The cat is a mighty warrior. And we found 2 small ships on the nearby river going in opposite directions. We caught them both. But no L'Oreal on either. There was a gap with the second, slightly faster ship, kind of not being out of view, but looking like it was sailing kind of close to like one embankment, the far embankment, right about the second bridge in the city, before it was caught up with or anything. So we assume right now a couple different possibilities: teleportation magic, in which case I don't know how the hell we're picking up on that. Or she is still somewhere in the city and probably was offloaded and moved on that other bank. Or hey, maybe the ships were a complete decoy and she's on the other bank somewhere. I don't know.
Or she's in
Or someone-
somewhere else.
Or someone knocked her out and cast invisibility and we just walked past her.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what kind of magic is involved here.
Literally could be
Just
anything.
Yep.
Just a really nicely made plank of wood on the boat.
Mm-hmm. Technically, she could have been stuffed into a portable hole or a bag of holding. Those things don't kill you instantly. You can breathe for like a minute. Hold breath for like a minute or whatever. So as long as she was taken out soon enough, Anyhow, that's pretty much all we have to go on, is the city is starting to be searched, and presumably we're trying to join in.
I believe the last thing was Killian taking a swim.
Yep.
And not finding a whole lot, unfortunately.
Definitely not. So, initial fruitless efforts of searching, you are all eventually gathered by some of the town guards as they are, they're beginning to do their questioning of everyone. So we'll kind of pick this up maybe about an hour or so later, after all the guards have had their chance to interview everyone. You've each had a chance to give your story. Kind of leading this investigation are there's about 4 guards leading this investigation. You've each talked to at one point or another. There's Asher. It's kind of a younger fellow. He's got this cropped, straight brown hair, blue eyes. Probably a little taller than Bastion. Then there's he's got a rugged, athletic build. Then there's Cedric. This guy looks to be maybe mid-30s. It's like long, wavy brown hair, brown eyes, pale but kind of sunburnt skin. average height. If you lean a little too close to him, you can just smells of sweat. Doesn't look comfortable in his gear. And then there is Thea, young female, probably mid-20s, long straight black hair, kind of slightly tan skin, probably from being out in the sun too much. Pretty unremarkable face, average. They're all in, these three would all be in city guard attire. So they've got the red outer layer on top of their chain. They've been doing most of the questioning. You haven't seen the captain up until this point, but you have heard him referred to as Captain de Grey. And so you've all gathered in probably this like centralized location.
Real quick.
Yes.
Did we each get interviewed by like one singular person, or was it like all three of them at some point?
I think
So-
we got interrupted.
Yeah, I did. You've probably each talked to at least two of them.
Okay.
So they probably each came around with their different round questions.
Okay.
You get the impression that they're each kind of leading a couple different tracks of the investigation.
Could Killian, in his answering, kind of try? He's being fully honest, but could he try to like leverage some information off of them about how the investigation is going and if they found anything?
Yes, actually, between Lord Killian, Lord Bastion, and Captain Lena, you have been given some leeway, and they've actually brought you to meet with the captain, who is going to. They're welcoming your aid in this investigation.
Okay. So sorry, I kind of cut off there. We were gathered at a.
Yeah, so they've kind of gathered you all in the manor itself, right, where the thing was taking place. So that they've kind of pulled you up in one of the smaller rooms inside, and you have the three there, Asher, Thea, and Cedric, and you're waiting for the captain to arrive, and they've kind of sprawled out this map on the main table. And it's a big map of the town, and they've kind of like drawn up some markings on it. And
Would we have had would we have had a short rest in that time?
yeah, because you're just being questioned at this point. So yes, you would have had a short rest. So for those of you that want to,
Yeah, I'll top off, sure.
Oh, it took 2 damage.
anything.
Use my
So
singular
we're
hit
in this room
dice.
together?
Oh, come on.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Nice.
Oh my god.
You do get to add your constitution.
Do
Yeah, for
you?
some reason yeah, it is plus con. For some reason, it didn't add it to yours.
Hit die, star con 0 to 0, minimum
Yeah,
0.
your thing looks wacky.
Yeah, alright.
It's the built-in one. I didn't do anything with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, 13.
You see, they've kind of quartered up the town, and Asher, Cedric, and Thea are kind of talking amongst themselves over this paper, and they're kind of splitting up where they're looking. You can feel free to ask them questions or wait for the captain, however you would like to do it.
Killian might
Could
have.
we
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
could we have the map on the screen?
Yes, 1 second.
Thanks.
Killian might
So we're in
sidle
this
up.
room together, right?
I think we are.
So this is roughly what you would see, actually. So they've kind of marked up the paper, given like
Awesome.
the information provided.
That's our witness room together, right?
If I'm not mistaken, we were here, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct. You are at 7.
Okay. And well, Nimia will get close and say, "What's this area exactly?" and point to the red circle. What What are we looking at?
So,
Just
Ash will
so
kind
that
of
we
chime in.
have the context before the captain arrives.
So, based on some of the information you've provided and from what we gathered from a couple of the other guests,
And the boat we crashed.
um, yeah, it appears, she was dumped at some point. She would most likely be in this area, or at least would have been, dumped in this area at first, and then, we don't know if she's been moved since then, but we're starting our search in this area, and then we'll expand out.
And the green is the main paths out.
No, the green is it quartered up.
Uh,
So we're each gonna be in charge of investigating one section.
No. How long did the event happen?
It's been an hour, Plus
An hour,
some.
right?
An hour and some change.
maybe close to an hour and a half, maybe.
That's fair.
I mean,
Did I
we've
put
got
it solidly at like 1:30 ish? We can say that.
do we have a name
we-
or an organization for these bastards?
Yes. We believe. Among some of the people we've captured or bodies, there appear to be some Ash Gang insignias. So we believe they're involved somehow.
Reminder, that's like those were one of the groups that are like being a big ass problem everywhere, right? With bandits.
Pretty much, you would all well known that they're well known for flying under the radar, but a lot of shady dealings covered up by a vaguely masked doing good by guarding people. Very vaguely masked.
So, in short, if they're tied to that gang, it's entirely possible, if not probable, that they're actually working for another party.
Possible, yes. I mean, most likely this isn't their typical deal.
So we've got the whole country for a main suspect now. Great.
L'Oreal was not the most individuals. You'll probably find she had quite a few enemies. We actually responded to some trouble she had with them maybe a year or so back. You'll see kind of Cedric kind of like standing back, just kind of eyeing stuff and making amused smirks at this conversation.
You said with them. Ash Gang or
Okay, yes. So this couldn't be entirely just with them.
What about you in the back? And
We have no
he's
other
looking
leads.
at Cedric. You look like you've got something to say.
There are only a handful of ways out of this city, and they're all locked down.
Well, mundane
unless
ways.
It's fair, but it's locked down unless he has some secret passage or magical way out. I don't see how they're planning on
all they need is a way to keep her,
escaping.
all they need is a way to keep her contained for long enough and a bolt hole to hide in that you will overlook and not come across. And to wait for the lockdown to loosen up. It has to sooner or later. You can't stay vigilant forever.
You do have a point. We can maybe keep this up for a week at most before the citizens start to get a bit
Fed up.
at this point, the door to the room kind of bursts open, and the captain walks in.
Man of
you
the
can tell
hour.
because he has a little bit more ornate armor. He's probably about 5'10". He's probably approaching 50, so he's getting up there in age. He's got graying hair. What's notable about him is he's got this giant claw scar on the left side of his face. and like basically from his eyes all the way back to like his neck, his ears all mangled. You can tell that he was once like a really fit, strong, muscular guy, but old age is probably kind of catching up with him a bit. He's let go a bit. He doesn't say much when he walks in. He just kind of nods to everyone and says, "Well, what have you got?" And he actually looks at you guys.
We've got a clock of about a week. And a map,
Well,
which you're...
if you want to find her alive, probably less than a week.
I was like, I wouldn't have done.
Killian
So,
kind of like tilts his head.
where do you guys tend to search first? You guys, the experts.
We've dispatched some guards to he kind of vaguely points to the red circle area. They're doing their best. The only leads we have right now are this location and the Ash Gang.
Why is her life less than a week?
People that go missing for won't tend to show up alive.
And that's when the lockdown ends, anyways. We must do our best.
That's what I mean,
You-
though. They
said
assumedly
it-
would have her for a reason, otherwise they would have just shot her on her wedding day.
You said
There's-
you dispatched guys. How many guards? Because the area is quite tiny, and an hour's gone by, and the circle could be. And I'll like point and start growing the circle a bit.
We
The city's
have
big, but
10 guards searching that specific area, and then we have not the guards that are immediately guarding the exits are spread out in their respective zones. So we're not limiting it to just that area.
okay.
You're
you have-
welcome to.
Do you have
to
any
check.
mages you can work with? I
Spellcasters
don't know what
under your command.
Brilton's resources are, but
We haven't made the transition to full city yet, so are a bit light on mages at the moment. We'd wait perhaps about a week. We're scheduled to have one staffed.
Yeah, that sure helps.
Someone timed this well.
You said you're scarce. Are you completely lacking, or is there someone we can go find?
Towns don't get mages assigned to them. Just don't.
if not assigned, then somebody you can bring in temporarily.
Anyone wandering in?
Citizen who dabbles, a adventurer who can be hired.
There's a whole
You see
bloody
him-
wedding full of them.
I mean, feel free to go ask, but of the residents in the town, I don't know that any would have the kind of magic that would help in this.
No old
Do you
lady
have-
with a cauldron and a handful of bone dice, really?
Unfortunately, no. We do have some skilled hunters that may be of assistance, but again, not magical.
At this point, if they took her by mundane means, then we can find her by mundane means. But honestly, a skilled tracker and maybe some hounds with very good noses would not be amiss.
I believe we have some of those to spare, and you see him kind of like wave his finger at one of the guards. Not anyone in particular, just kind of like a giving the order motion. And Thea will actually step out as if she's clearly going to relay those orders.
We have a
Right.
stretch of bank where they may have disembarked. and a covered area of bridge where they would have been out of view in order to do so.
Yep.
Water might foul things up for scent tracking, but could be a start.
So we know this is the Ash Gang. The captain will chime in. They have to have they have to have some establishments here that they own in order to keep this quiet.
So we're looking for a front then.
Looking for a front. I were a rough and tumble mercenary. Where would I hide? And he kind of directs this question as you guys kind of fit that bill a little bit.
I look at them as well. I
Killian's
have a
kind of-
cat. I am not.
Killian's kind of like looking over the map. It's like, and none of the little underling Vesslingers you've got in your captivity have given any tips on this.
I mean, we've been able to identify the Ash Gang, but unfortunately, you've already killed several of them. They don't seem too keen on giving up any other information. And Cedric will kind of chime in at this point. Speaking of, if you could not kill anyone while you're in the town, that would be much appreciated. We don't know what information we've lost. So he says this all smugly towards you.
Killian looks back and is like, I'll do my job of not killing if you can do your job of keeping kidnappers out of your town.
Just like gives like
Like,
death glare towards you.
He gives a grin back.
in that case, it seems reasonable that we both have room for mistakes, so we'll all do our best. Come on, Killian. We're working together here, right? We want her back just as much as they do, if not more. So let's take all the help we can get.
I'm just saying, we did a bit more than they did.
Will you stop and ruin my photo?
Background noise, someone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Asher kind of coughs a bit and says, he points to the map about right here on number 3.
Mhm.
Says, if I'm not mistaken, this is a tavern, a very seedy tavern. I may or may not have visited once or twice.
What's the name?
You might want to. The Bloody Nose.
Is that a prediction or a title?
Killing kind of looks over at Lena. We should have met in that one.
Sorry, guys. Give me 1 minute.
Sure.
Okay. Tavern Bloody Nose.
Ask that again.
It wasn't. There wasn't a question. It was just a comment.
Oh, say that again then.
Killian just looks at Lena and goes, "We should have met in that one, huh?" Any information on it? Outside of it's seedy and probably a front for a route bandit gang?
Well, we don't know that for sure. Cedric chimes in. But proximity to our search location, it's worth a shot.
So, no killing, you said. What's our legal jurisdiction for wringing some necks?
Do we get a badge? Or some anything? A flare? Note?
Well, you are, I think, maybe not to the common folk. This is the captain, but Lord Killian is recognizable as Lord Bastion. And many, I do vaguely remember you, Captain. Like he begins,
Not
but
captain.
he immediately sees death glares from Lena and is
Ooh,
not going
touchy.
to have it. You, um,
I realize it hasn't been very long, but I resigned to that, so no.
that is fair, but as such, you still have some respect. Uh, you are free to contribute to this investigation as you see fit. Just don't, please try not to kill anyone.
But if we bloody a few noses at this very aptly named establishment,
It may very well be necessary.
You got some handcuffs you can lend us?
I'm sure we could spare a few. And he like gives the he twirls his finger again, not directed to anyone in particular. And Asher will grab gathers things and walk out of his room to, presumably go get them. And as Cedric, being the last one, says, "Well, don't make a mess of things. Wouldn't want to have to clean up after you." And he gathers his stuff and proceeds to leave.
Seem to be doing a lot of that. Not our fault we get to the mess first. He just gives
At the
another
very
grin
least.
towards him.
at the very least, having to clean up after us would make some use of the broom he's got stuck up his rear.
You see the captain give a chuckle at this. He's like, "Oh, that was. I needed that. Thank you."
Killian like puts out a fist towards Lena.
Lena ignores it.
No fun.
I will.
Can Bastion
Remain
pick up
here?
the fist bump?
He put it down.
Oh.
You don't deserve it.
I'm just
The
imagining
captain-
Bastion leaning forward from like the equivalent of the back seat, only to.
Like Killian just like towards him, just shakes his head.
I'll put my fist up towards the cat for a fist bump.
She whoops it with her nose.
You take
I
1d4
win.
poison damage.
The captain says, "I'll remain here. Coordinate from here." And well, seems you know what you're doing. And he kind of gives you a dismissive shoe.
Yep, they'll leave. For player knowledge, where exactly is here?
You're at the manor where the wedding is, so you're at 7.
Okay, so way over there. We've got to
I mean,
walk.
it's not
Bridge.
terribly far.
Thanks, Cap. We'll do you proud. And he kind of like gives a wave as he goes out.
They
Oh,
acknowledge you.
what's this distance like? Is it accurate?
Um,
Some sort of
actually,
way?
I believe it is accurate because I set it up as
Nice.
accurate way back when, I believe.
280.
It does not seem so.
280. It still doesn't mean a thing to me because I don't know.
Oh,
feet.
sorry.
85 meters. There we go.
Oh, this is a small town. 3 feet to a meter.
Okay, this is like a block. Another block.
Let's see. Oh no, yeah, that's accurate. Because I had to take chunks of this town and make my own maps. So I actually referenced this, and then using that, I scaled it properly.
All right.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Shall we make our way?
All right. I want to take the second bridge. That was the one where I lost sight of them. I want to see if there's anything to be
This one?
found underneath. Yes.
I
That makes sense.
did a sweep of them, but up to you.
It doesn't hurt.
Or
Is-
we split into 2 groups and each take a bridge just in case they dropped her off earlier than we thought.
Can Killian say with like
Hmm.
some decent certainty that like there's probably nothing under the bridge? Because he looked under the 3 of them, right?
Yes, Killian, you know that
Oh.
Killian did a sweep in the water,
I
and
thought he just did the docks.
No, he went
took
for a swim.
Oh no, I knew he went for a swim. I just thought he was checking the water alone and not like there-ish. Never mind.
He's
All
like-
right.
He says, "No, trust me, there's nothing under there." He's that bit of water drips from his hair.
Well, maybe we can check the top, see if there's any signs there. If there was any kind of hooks they use to get on top of the bridge or any kind of ropes might have left some marks.
Worth a try. Let's not spread ourselves too thin, though. I'm pretty sure our faces are known to the bastards.
Well, it'll be good encouragement for them to come visit us.
Probably. If that's the case, and this place is suspect. Yeah, what's the word?
Suspicious.
Suspicious. Oh yeah, I was mixing Spanish again. Suspicious. We might get another reception.
We'll meet up in the plaza, not far from the tavern we're looking at, if that would work.
Works for me.
Bastion, you go ahead with Killian since he's apparently afraid. I'll take the Scald.
Are you sure you two don't want to split the two, you jangles the armor, heavy folk between the two of you guys, or it'll be okay?
The way I see it, she points at the bard. Magic. She points at the cleric. Magic. She points
Mostly
at.
out of magic.
Hmm.
In fact,
Well,
I'm not keen
then-
to use any magic to do harm if I chose to.
Well, in that case, might as well have you and Killian go together anyway.
Alright?
No, I
Killian
get it.
goes to do like a... He moves to make like a half salute and then thinks better of it.
I get it. You want to split it up so you can get the credit when we run into some guys. I got it. I get you.
All right, if you're going to be belligerent, what's your plan?
I say all four of us kick in the fucking front door of that nose.
You good, Mama?
We are going to all four kick in the front door. However, we're going to take two different bridges and see if there are any marks on the bridges first.
You guys shrugs and just which one did Killian start at? It was this one, right? And he went this way because
Yeah.
the river
Yep,
goes that way.
and he's.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he mentions like, well, I'm pretty sure that the southmost one doesn't have anything on it. And
Pretty
if-
sure. Go mark. Go check again.
Yes, Captain. Old habits die hard, huh?
She just gives him a withering glare, and just turns around and starts walking away.
Bastion's gonna kind of stand up for Killian and place like his hands on his shoulders, like he's gonna give him a massage. And just a very tight squeeze on the collarbones, like, come on, let's quit. causing more
Hand
than we
goes
need
on the
to.
gauntlet and goes,
He just smiles at him, it's like, we both know I can lift more than you can. Let's go. And he picks him up and sets him on his feet.
I got limits to pass. Got it. Enjoy your throne while it stands. He starts walking along.
He walks up beside him, like, less of a throne, more of a
Shaky
a
horse.
pleasant. I was gonna say a pleasant stool, but that works too. I'm willing to build you one as well, but it's not a competition, friend.
I'd rather knock
Just
you
learn that you
off.
can't.
Everything's a
Oh, feel free to
competition.
try. Oh, is it now? Well, how about this? They plan to go to the bridge further away, right?
He nods.
Well, let's make sure that we get to the end first and scout it out before they get there. If you want to go ahead, go for it. I'm gonna check for any tracks at the bridge. I'm not as useful as I usually am right now.
That's saying something. And he starts walking.
He just smiles and lets him walk.
Yep. So at this point, each of you can split the party, and you can go to your respective bridges, follow your respective routes.
Killian will go to the bridge with, like, kind of keep pace with Bastion from the bridge. And when he gets there, he'll just give, like, a quick look and then just keep going towards the tavern. He's not spending as much time there as Bastion will.
Yeah, Bastion's gonna spend a bit of a more extended period there, maybe just like 30 seconds, a minute or two.
Okay. Given the nature of it, I don't think Killian would even notice anything.
I was gonna say, I'm basically using his passive. If he gets, like, a +1 because he's been here before, maybe, but
No. So, Bastion, you can give me a perception check.
Perception plus guidance.
Ooh.
25.
5. Okay. It's so this bridge is well built, sturdy. It's kept in this really good condition. Yeah, you can see the wear from the people in carts where they go over this bridge. Um, you can see a few points where the boats may have scraped up against like the side underneath the bridge. But other than that, there's no like there have been hooks. There's no nicks or scratches in the top, on the sides, the rails where you would imagine they would be in such an event.
And no signs of any unusual foot traffic, things like feet up on the side of the bridge or anything like that.
It looks normal, average.
Okay. Works for me. You
With the
will continue on
25, though,
following,
you know
killing
the
them.
exact species of tree that was used to make the planks of this bridge.
I was gonna say, is it wood or is it like stone?
It's a stone bridge.
In that case, he'll take his gauntlet, like tap his knuckle on it, and try to guess if there's steel rebar inside.
It is probably reinforced with some sort of metal inside of it.
Important knowledge. And he will continue on to follow Killian. Kind of keeping a glance off to that sectioned off area there just while he walks by. And maybe just on the other side of the street as well, just to make sure they didn't just sit outside the area.
Yeah, so you can make a perception check for just kind of keeping an eye on things as you move towards the bloody nose.
Sure. Give me this. Oh, it's so nice to be able to have that spell.
Oh, you see several houses. You see. Sorry, hold on. Let me figure out what that is. You look. You see what? As you get to the end of the block, you see what might be a store. A lot of the stuff is kind of closed up. It seems a lot of the city is shut down for this search that is going on. You don't see anything out of the ordinary, unfortunately.
No worries.
This region's equivalent of an Amber Alert.
Yeah, basically. Oh, I failed to mention this. The guards would have told you that there is kind of like a festival going on tonight. So this kind of peace and quiet won't last. Crowds will start showing later on tonight.
So what you're saying is, if I wait on a corner and I beat up every single person I see, eventually, I'll find the person who did it.
Might eventually find someone involved. Yes, exactly.
Guys, I got a plan.
Punch enough faces, you eventually punch the right one. That's why the world was flooded once. That's why Ark was built.
Uh,
All right.
my fist is the shotgun on this map.
Lena and Nemia. Make your way to the bridge.
I'm gonna thoroughly inspect the thing, but mainly on this side where the boat passed.
Yes, of course. Oh, yeah, so give me. Well, what are you looking for specifically?
Kind of just the same general stuff the others would be. Signs of anything that would have been hastily constructed, used, ropes, grappling stuff. Anything
You
that
can-
could have been quickly used to offload somebody something
Right.
and then removed.
Okay, so you can give me a perception or a survival.
It's
if you'd
gonna
like.
be perception because that's got a tiny bit better. Not great.
Okay.
12.
Can Nemea help in any way?
Can the cat?
In this,
Hey, how's the cat with
Oh.
perception or survival?
that's actually an interesting question. Let me pull up the. Here
We've
she-
got ourselves a Scooby-Doo.
Not good. Oh yeah,
Went up,
she's good.
gang.
There we go. Yeah, perception. Nemea will hover above your shoulder and say, "What are we looking for? Actually, a letter, an angry an angry letter telling all their plans. What is it that you're looking for? You seem to be looking at scratches at the moment.
Major scrapes and holes, fresh ones, stuff that would
So
have
it
come
was
from things
scratches.
like pythons, hooks, places to secure a rope, or even a plank of wood, and could have been taken down afterwards.
Hmm. You got all that, Chili? And I'll grab Chili on my both arms and she'll just meow, I guess. And okay, you use your eyes. I'm a bit tired. Man.
Better than
Yeah,
Lena.
okay.
Okay. Between the two of you, you do not find anything obvious on the bridge. You see normal wear from people traveling over it in carts. On the actual bridge itself, you don't see any particular nicks or anything that would hint at someone climbing up on this bridge.
Hmm. Or
Some
under it.
normal, yeah, or under it. There's normal scuff marks, just from what would be regular use, or from someone getting too close to the side and going through, kind of scraping the boat along the way. But nothing to suggest that someone climbed up or anything was removed on this bridge.
Hmm. All right. In that case, after searching for a bit, I'll just suggest moving on.
Let's go then.
All will regroup in that little kind of plaza area before the Bloody Nose.
If Killian's got there first, he's going to like give a walk around the little building block.
Well, in that case, as you're approaching, make a perception check.
Yep, I was gonna say he's just giving a quick little scout. Perception.
Okay. So, um, you actually notice as you're approaching, there are a couple like totally fit the bill of a mercenary or just kind of a ruffian. You see a couple of them hanging around outside, and as you're walking up, you actually see one of them kind of like lean over, and they think they're being sneaky, but you see him make like a bird call, and it gets repeated back maybe a moment later.
All right. So okay, where exactly are these the two mercs that he sees?
Sorry, say that again.
Where exactly are they? Like,
Okay.
are they doing like the cartoon thing where they're leaning out from behind a light pole, or?
So, more or less, there's one actually kind of leaned up against the side of the building of the Bloody Nose, and there's one perhaps a little bit farther south. There's kind of like a smaller unattached building,
Mhm.
and there's one kind of leaning up against that you can see.
And are they looking at me?
Yeah, it was pretty obvious that it was you that caused this reaction.
All right. So, if he can he kind of go around the side of the building that the one is leaning on? Like basically kind of like circle around it so he's coming from the other side that he passes the guy?
Um. Okay. Hold on.
Kind of like doing one of the walk past and zoop, zoop,
Yep,
back of the
exactly.
building and.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You can walk around, and there is essentially, if you zoom in on the building a little bit, I can kind of point it out. So there's like kind of those like back alleys. So you can either come around from the top, that top path, or kind of the back alley in between those houses if you wanted to not come directly.
Okay. And if he can, he's going to. If he can, he's gonna like kind of get a corner where he can see the. Can he get a corner that the guy on the building can't see him, but he could see, if like Lena or Bastion or or like basically the rest of the group is coming.
You might have some luck if you come through that top path.
Okay.
You know their position kind of in this area, so you
In
might
what?
be able to avoid their gaze if you do that.
Okay, he's gonna slowly make his way there.
Okay.
He's gonna try to be a bit quiet if he can too. Just kind of walking slowly, basically not to be like audible too far.
So they do see you kind of. So they did notice you, and they saw you walk up into the plaza, and so basically you're gonna, kind of slink off in a different direction. So you see them kind of keep an eye on you and watch you as you go, but you can easily duck behind into the buildings and, you know, you hide behind this building until you know one of them is going to come around back to see if you're coming that way. After a minute, you notice they go back to their post,
Okay.
and you can make your way, sneak around to the top. And at this point, the rest of the group would reach the plaza.
Okay.
Find Bastion.
Bastion's probably standing there like,
He hasn't really approached it. He's kind of staying. Let's see how specific I can get in this map. It's probably like if the front door is here.
more or
He's probably
less.
just at this corner right here, keeping an eye on things because Killian was kind of prowling around, so he's not going to interrupt.
You would notice the two kind of outside thugs that are hanging around. They're not terribly far from you.
Where
Yep,
is
and
he?
He's not gonna interrupt him right away. Right there I am.
Yeah, no, she's asking Bastion. Where is he?
Oh, Killian, he went to go patrol around. Frankly, I just thought we should have left it to the cat, but he got ahead of me.
Idiot. Okay, good to know.
Can
Eh,
Killian
I
kind
did
of
consent to it.
can Killian like lean out from behind a building to see them?
If they're paying attention, you could
Hey.
probably peek down the bloody nose itself.
Like can he catch the party's attention without catching the two mercs?
Billy starts meowing and like looking in the direction. If you all care to notice, you would see him pointing towards Killian.
Killian like gives a wave, kind of like points to the guy who's like on the other side of the building he's on,
I nod.
and he points to himself, and then that guy, and then like a finger across the throat. And
Is
he
is he pointing at the tavern and threatening to kill everybody inside?
I
I
don't think everyone inside, but I think he's going to at least start from the outside and work his way in.
And then he points to you guys, and he points to the direction of the other merc, and like does the throat again.
He keeps pointing at the building.
Hmm.
You're on the other
Yeah.
side of the building right now. We don't know you're pointing through it.
Yep, that's fine.
Yep.
And then he
okay. Let's
And
see if
then-
I.
Well, I probably could knock over the building, but I think we'd rather start with the people instead.
and assuming they got what he meant, he gives a thumbs up.
Lena
Paul's gonna
gives
go
a
right.
thumbs down.
I mean, yeah, thumbs
Bastion
up.
just Bastion puts a hand on his ball.
Killian like pinches the like bridge of his nose. So he's just gonna.
All right, who wants to go in the front door and who wants to go in the back? She's asking the other two who are with her.
Put his hand up front.
I'll go in the back.
At this
Okay.
point, Killian's
I
gonna.
want you to circle around, she says to Nemia, and kind of points down that street, that wider street. Circle around, go behind the buildings, cut through the alleys, and meet up with Killian.
Whoop.
Bastion and I will wait a beat, and then we'll start heading towards the front and go inside.
And Bastion's gonna tap Nemea on the shoulder and just give him guidance or give her guidance.
And what? Sorry.
Give her guidance. So 1d4
Oh,
to use an ability check of your choice in the next minute.
Awesome. And Nemia will twist on her heels, and she'll be off stealthily as she can, which is a lot, apparently.
Okay, so let's go over this again. So, where is everyone coming from? Just so I've got it all squared away.
Okay. Real quick, can you like draw like two little paints on the map of where the two guys are?
Actually, I've finished the map, so hold on. I can move you over and we can place you accordingly.
All right.
Sure thing. Same
That's
north-south
good.
orientation.
Oh boy.
Let's zoom out.
Is that a removable roof?
Yeah, I saw a
Me?
glimpse of something inside of it.
Yeah, is that a
Oh.
removable roof on the building?
Oh, I
I
thought
haven't gone
Killian
inside
was.
yet, so
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I thought
okay.
Killian was over here,
Yeah, that's.
peering at us,
I feel
and
like
the guards were over there.
I feel like this was where the issue was.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I seriously thought Killian was peering at us through here.
It's fine.
And was pointing over there,
Well,
and
I
the guards
was-
were up here.
No, I was intending to be up here.
You were
Okay.
okay. See, I did have the right idea. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
All
and,
right,
and that's yeah, and again he still like he did the point thing, which assumedly was taken wrong.
Yeah, you're still kind of ended up pointing at the building almost.
Yep.
They were out of
So-
sight.
You pointed at one of those guys for taking down yourself. I guess this is the one, so this is the one we have to take care of.
Mhm.
Okay.
Was his
Uh,
intention, if you guys could take it as such.
I am firmly going forward with Lena has no idea what he was pointing at because he was pointing at a building.
Bastion has something big that he can hit people with, and he's going to use it.
All right.
That is the extent of what he got.
Okay. At this point, can Killian slowly make his way this way?
Lena's heading towards the front door.
All right.
Is it here? Where's the front door?
Can you see the two doors?
I
No.
think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're on top
wait.
of the roof.
We got one right
Yes,
there.
I made it that way so you guys
I'm
could
done with that.
specifically
Okay.
see them.
Okay. Yeah, Lena's heading towards that door.
So Killian moves to walk around, and Leonard just starts walking towards the front door. The two thugs there.
Should we wait for
They-
Nemea to go around first?
Because
Yeah.
He would have already been around, I'm assuming, at this point.
I was waiting for
Okay.
Nemea to go
Oh, yeah.
around. And-
Still guessing with the plan, I'll use my stealth roll, and if I can get what's this, like a minor shack,
Just like a little shack.
like a little shack. Okay. What's the chance of me getting actually here?
Let's see. What was your stealth roll?
23.
Was a 23. Let's see. Get a roll from this guy.
by the way, should there be music at all?
There is music going on. It's really quiet
Mhm.
though.
I
Little
know there's no
ominous
music.
No, I'm not getting any. Oh,
It's playing. I just need to turn it
Now
up.
there's music.
It's really quiet. Sorry.
Yeah.
I turned it up a bit more. Can't quite get it though.
There's
Actually,
some background music.
relaxing.
Okay, so what was I doing? Oh yeah, this guy. Oh darn it! I don't have it done. Okay, I'll just do a D20. Oh yeah,
Yeah, no.
nope. You watch for him to look, and you make a quick dash across. Doesn't see you. You are
Excellent.
undetected.
At this point, Killian was kind of starting to make his way this way.
I'm gonna have Bastion walk directly up to the guard, fully believing that he has the ability to smooth talk.
The thugs will be like,
Where the
Wait.
hell are you going?
I kind of look and it's like, I just want to ask him a quick question.
Fine.
"What are you guys doing here?" As one of them will kind of speak out.
Bastion's gonna kind of separate from her and stand more to this side than anything else.
It's not your
Okay, I'm just like-
business.
And he kind of just waves at her. It's like, she's in a grouchy mood. I've been told this is a inn right here? And he kind of points to the.
This is our establishment, so this is our business.
You serve food here, yes?
Get the stealth check.
Just Killian, make a stealth check.
Ooh.
Nope.
Is there any assist from him being a distraction? Okay.
They are caught up with these two, and actually you don't seem to be detected, Gillian.
Okay. Can he run up behind this guy and flatter the sword back of his head?
Sweet.
For it, that would be a surprise.
So advantage.
Yeah.
All right, he's doing it two-handed.
Oh, of course.
Are we doing double advantage or disadvantage in this game? I never remember.
I said we'd talk about it. We never did.
Okay.
Didn't we?
But I'd
agree
say
on
go
it?
for it. I think we said we'd
I think we
probably
used
do
it
it.
last time.
All right. Then
Go
yeah,
for it.
he'll quick flip up the wolf pelt before he gets there.
Oh, jeez.
Well, this is about to be a very, very unconscious man.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
oh.
There
oh,
it
no.
is.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you went non-lethal.
Yeah.
Let me just say. Hey, no, he's out. Just
Just
Hello?
who's that? Is that
Somebody
good?
in background.
Yep, Conrad's background. Yeah, he'll just like this is my turf kid. Might have non-lethal him to death.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that would have been a very like. He just instantly crumpled, and the other guy on the building immediately like stands
Oh,
up and is
Bastion
like,
is,
"Hey!"
Bastion is sprinting towards him, giant Mullen in two hands.
Nemia was
Just like-
waiting on that, real quick.
Oh yeah, he's running towards it. He's not there yet.
Yeah,
So
just-
Nemia, if you wanted to have done something in this action,
Oh, yeah. I was actually trying to say if it might actually be of your concern that we're here and she's gonna try to charm him.
ooh, okay.
I
you
do
have the
have one
slots for it?
slot left.
Okay.
I just marked it off.
Okay, what is the DC?
It's 13.
Wisdom saving throw.
Uh-huh. Nope.
Oh god.
Is charmed.
I really hope that happened before Killian knocked out the other one, because otherwise that's
Assuming this like happens simultaneously.
Yep.
Right.
Also, no,
was
it's if
the idea.
if we're fighting him, I only knocked out his friend.
Sure.
You see, we didn't have quite a great beginning with your friend over there, but you know we are super excited to come to your fine establishment and would like you to be our sponsor in this place. What you say?
But he looks a bit dazed and confused a bit, and he's like, "Yeah, you know that sounds good. You should all come in for a drink."
Killian quickly cuffs the guy and puts rope in his mouth and just like kind of like puts him in a like throws him in a. Is that a bush over there? In he goes.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you do that. I'll move him in a second. The one you've charmed is like, I never liked that guy, anyways. He did me out of me some money sometime.
Yeah, he had a soft skull too.
And that's why we lent you a hand. So, would you say you buy us a couple of beers and tell us a bit about this place?
I'm not made of money, but we can definitely talk about some alcohol inside.
Sounds about good.
Alrighty. So,
Smooth operators. Good work, guys.
Lynn is just standing in the street, staring at you all in disbelief, kind of shaking her head.
he's gonna lead you all over to the front. Oh yeah, go for it.
Bastion just got a friendly smile and goes, "It worked."
And as we are walking, like I might be like half hugging him friendly, and as I cross Bastion, I'll give a desperate look. See, we got like an hour tops, and then he's gonna try to probably kill us. So let's make it quick.
So
Sounds
he'll
good.
lead you over to the front and open the door, and you can all enter.
As the-
Who all goes in?
Lana.
Killian. As they're walking, Killian looks over. I thought military was supposed to be good at hand signs.
And at that point, she gives him a hand sign right in square in the middle of the face.
Oh,
Like,
alright,
give
that's
me
such a
1
nice
minute,
way to
Back
put
of the
it.
hand, elbow
Sure.
pivots up. Boom.
Oh, dang. We're gonna have round 2 of the bar fight.
No, as that happens, like, you've got the basics down. Good.
Shut your mouth or I'll feed you your teeth.
I mean, are you gonna need the bird to bring you up this time?
Right, that's it. And she wheels around and starts trying to put him through the wall of the tavern.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be such a mess of a party. I can't wait. Let's wait till Eric's back first, though.
Yeah, there's no real need to roll damage necessarily. She's just
She's
just
kicking
kind
in the
of
front
grabbed by
door,
collar,
but
and
Killian's in the way.
Yep, exactly.
I love
Let's
the
just-
idea
let's
of
just have
kicking
him-
in the front door, but using your best friend, using your friend as a battering ram.
Friend, not yet. So she's just like grabbing him by the front of his cloak, spinning him around, and just shoving hard against the door, and just see if the whole thing breaks.
It's not particularly secure, so you can definitely kind of throw your way in.
Will this still be a shove check, though?
Oh
Eh,
yes, yes.
Yeah.
If it's contested.
Athletics versus athletics. Ah.
Oh, nothing happens.
Hmm.
So he just kind of like catches the thing. It's like, okay, I like the Moxie after we beat everyone else in there, okay? We can steal their booze and then we can do this.
Okay, so
You are not getting off easy.
Didn't want to.
She gives him a little shove and then just walks away.
your companion, he walks in first. Obviously, he's like, "Hey, everyone, you all can see now, right?"
Yep, yep, yep.
I
There's
don't
the
mean
boss.
to like be
Um,
rude, but which one is he? Is he the one that's?
Oh,
They
sorry,
all look the
that's-
same.
That's the one in the bush.
Do you want to put do you want to put a little like indicator on the guy who's charmed?
Oh, that's a good idea. So I don't forget which one's which.
yeah,
There we go.
there's the buddy.
Okay. And before we enter, I'll ask him, what's your name again, buddy?
Ah, my friends call me Pad.
That. Okay.
And then you see him. He walks in. He's like, "Hey, everyone!" And everyone at the table just kind of like goes silent. You hear some clinks of utensils as everything puts their food down and their drinks down as they all stare at you
It's
walking
been-
in.
A mysterious stranger walks
Stick
in the
on
Old
bando
West Bar.
snaps.
Basically.
Uh,
So yeah, that you see one of the more heavily armed guys stands up and is like, "Oi, who the hell are you guys?"
I know this might seem like the beginning of a really odd joke, but here sold us this. There was really good ale for our really good money. So what you say? Is he right?
You're in the wrong place, buddy.
okay, let's
Lena-
cut the shit. We're here for a job.
Lena, actually make a perception check.
Who?
Lena.
Okay, I didn't know if you said Lena or not. You cut off in the middle. Perception. Oh boy, that's an 8. Cannot roll today.
Anyways, yeah, so Killian is stepping up.
Yeah, he goes, cut the shit. We're here for a job. And he kind of says to Nemia,
One tries to be classy and
So you see all of the kind of thugs in the area stand up and start pulling out their weapons. We're gonna roll for initiative.
Making room for Bastion to come in. Just letting him in the door.
good idea.
I'd like to imagine as he walks in, it kind of just like clouds the light from the doorway.
Killian would step forward. Could he have been there?
Yeah, you get yourselves positioned while I clear this.
Yeah, right there. gives people room.
Okay.
How I can't wait to have advantage on these, but not right now. Ooh.
Pretty solid.
Mhm.
I love D&D.
Honestly, the tiebreaker things are weird
Helpful but annoying.
and
Uh-huh.
more annoying than anything else, especially as Bastion doesn't get a 3, he gets a 2.99.
Yeah,
It's
Bastion's
technically
on
accurate.
sale. Bastion's on sale at Walmart.
He's got a -1, so
Yeah, I know. But,
okay, so Killian, you are first to
Does
act.
that guy at the back look like the biggest guy here?
Yes, the white square one, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Seems to be command some air of authority.
Yep. He's gonna skirt around this guy if he can. Like that.
Sure, yeah, avoiding. Yep.
Gonna go
You
ahead.
kind of climb on the table a little bit.
And it's like, oh, you guys got some fucking payment to do. He's like,
Yeah, big man.
he's gonna rage. So, we'll, well, we won't put the hood up quite yet.
Okay.
He'll have the shield out.
Mhm.
So let's just do a one-handed swing. 10 to hit.
Yeah. You see this bigger guy has his mace, and he kind of meets your blade and knocks it away. It's like, what else you got?
Akai clangs like, you're not as shitty as the bastards we killed at the wedding.
Nemia.
Yes. Let's see. So what's the state on Pet? Is he
He is charmed. How does that work?
If he takes
So
any damage,
he-
I think he...
yeah, he regards us as friendly acquaintance.
And that he is also unable to attack the person who charmed him. Nothing says against his ally.
Yeah, that's what I'm going about.
He's not like... Like, I don't think Charm, like, completely makes him, like... hang on to
No,
his every word, but he's just like, oh no, my friends are fighting.
Yeah, it's advantage on charisma checks, and cannot target Nemea with any kind of spell or harmful effect or attack or anything.
Okay, then I'll just tell him that if he can, please, Pet, try to contain your friend over there on the top and
You see him turn around. He's like, "Oi, Rick, you owe me some money," and he immediately leaps at him.
Uh,
that was not actually well. Okay, Pet. There you go, buddy.
I'd like to think that, like, sans a charm spell in, like, 3 days, he would have kicked this guy's ass anyways.
Basically.
It was inevitable.
That you get the distinct feeling that these guys don't really like each other that much.
And then she say, "Well, that's that," and point at the one at front, and say, "Chili, you got that one?" And Chill will jump off the ground.
See him like staring at this cat as he just kind of like steps back as the cat claws at him.
It's like the batting paw at the edge of the table.
And just to begin with the how much movement do I have? 20? Okay. I'll move up to here. I guess it's an extra 5 to move up to this thing.
That's like the bar.
Yeah, I'll jump up and use my rapier on this guy.
Ooh, okay.
Whew,
He... Off to a good start,
overdramatic.
guys.
We are doing
It's a,
amazing.
It's actually a dwarven fellow, and you make a good swipe at him, but you misjudge how tall he is, and just goes right over his head.
Like he hops off the bar stool like 3 feet lower than you were expecting.
Basically.
I'm gonna be right back.
The big man is going to look up at Killian, because Killian is still huge. And he's going to. Oh, I'm sorry. I said Maul earlier. He has a Warhammer. He's going to take an attack at advantage against Killian.
Why at advantage? Does he have a thing?
He has.
He has a thing.
Pack tactics.
Oh. Yeah, and Devin
Hi,
is
sorry
gonna
about
be
that.
right back. Hey, you just got hit.
Oh boy.
For 4, halved to 2, since you're raging. He lands his Warhammer solidly against you, but you just basically shrug it off.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
The thug standing over the cat will take a
Don't you
swipe at
dare.
the cat.
Don't you dare, Eric.
This
Don't
guy's
you
gonna
dare,
die.
Oh no!
We've had chili for
A
one
good
day,
slash
Eric.
at Chili.
Isn't that all chili sick?
4 damage.
Oh, I was
That-
muted. And that's a hit. And that's her complete life. And you'll see that as the sword strikes, Chili will simply puff in a ball of smoke and a few sparks. And she'll disappear for now.
Oh, thank goodness she's
Oh.
familiar.
Yes.
Or something similar.
I like to imagine it's like a party streamer, just like.
Okay, so then. Ooh, the one on the other side of you, Killian, is also going to take a swing on you.
All right, all right. Yeah, 19.
So 6, halved to 3, as his sword hits against you. You can't.
Yeah,
You got two guys attacking you. Bit difficult to juggle them.
I can reduce, but I don't got a lot of that.
And
Just gonna charge up real quick. 2-hand longsword, swing at the one that attacked the cat.
Oh, dare.
Oh man, we are not having a good first round. None of us can hit.
bats it away. Is that all you got, lady?
Hold up in a second. We're gonna have to clean up batter.
Unfortunately, I do not have a follow-up attack. And I don't think nope, I don't have anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh shit, did I skip some people? I totally did. Alright, we're gonna go take that turn real quick. The one next to you, Nemia, is gonna make an attack against you.
Left or right?
The one you swung at, the one that
Okay.
you seriously misjudged. Swing the sword out at you.
What are these rolls?
And that's a good hit. Whew. Solid damage.
I do not want to do new characters this soon.
Mm-hmm.
But oh god, the action economy is seriously against us, as are the dice.
Fellows, I'll remind you, I have no healing spells left.
I know.
The guy behind the bar will actually run out. And you notice it's another dwarven fellow. And he goes up and he starts running down the hall. The last one will run up to you, Killian.
Oh boy. Nope.
And he kind of stumbles around on the table and his sword goes wide.
Kind of bats him in the face with the shield.
Shit.
Bastion. Bueller. He's
You're
muted.
muted. Ah. Okay, he's moving. I'm gonna guess he can't unmute right now. Holy God, we cannot. Why? Why?
Okay, so
Has a single one of us attacked with a roll above like a 2 or 3?
brings the hammer down or his maul down, and it kind of just clashes to the side. Then
All
your
right,
turn.
all right, hood up. Ain't no time to play around.
Mhm.
Going to. Yeah, he's gonna knock off the shield as a bonus action because he's gonna be taking hits no matter what here. That dude's at advantage. So yeah, shield off, switch to two-handed, bonus action. Action, advantage, long sword swing at the smaller guy to his right.
Good plan.
16 to hit.
You make like you're going to hit the big guy, and then you quickly pivot, and the guy doesn't see it coming. Are you guys
Yes,
trying
non-lethal.
for?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that guy gets knocked out.
Yep, flat of the blade, side of the neck. And
Okay. Yeah, he's out cold.
and I'm gonna double check something real quick. In the thing was that guy was rocking a warhammer. So yeah, Killian is going to. Can he step over here to where this guy is?
I mean, you would.
Yeah,
Get an attack
ignoring
opportunity.
the opportunity, but just making sure I can like step over this guy's body without any issues.
Ah. That's fine.
Okay. Yep. Maybe just move him to the side if you.
I'll say he slumps down.
Yeah. Killian
That
kicks him out of the way.
Oh, it's an attack of opportunity.
Yes, yes, yes.
15 to hit.
15 might hit. I don't. Without my shield, yeah, that hits. Just barely.
Oh, yep. So that's 2 slashing damage.
Yep. Take it. I'll take it. That'll be his turn.
Alrighty, Nemia.
Can you put like an X on that
Okay.
guy so he's shown as unconscious? Thank you.
I forgot. I dropped it to 0 health on my end, but you can't see that. So.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay, I'll say, well, this won't work, and I'll jump down and catch my rapier the wrong end and swing
Of
the
course.
club.
Ooh.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
But damage.
This guy is actually not too hardy. And you catch him just right.
He's been drinking.
Yeah. He slumps down.
What's that called? The like grabbing the sword by the blade, hitting him with the pommel.
Not sure.
Hold on, used to the name of that.
It's a technique. It has a name. I can't remember it.
Yeah. I mean, half sorting.
End him
So-
rightly.
Might be half
I
sorting.
think it's end. I think it's end him rightly.
I don't think so. Anyways,
Oh, that's when you throw the pommel at them. Never mind.
Or Mordho, like
big
the game.
guy.
Yeah.
Okay. You've only dropped a couple guys, and he's seen you guys take some blows, so big guy is not giving up just yet.
No back tactics this time.
Says, well, right. Swing out normally.
14 doesn't hit.
Nice.
Just misses. Alrighty.
It's
You see him-
clashing the blades.
You see him kind of take like a little step back. He's like,
You have to try harder than that.
buds. All right, the one next to Lena. He's gonna take a swing at Lena.
That
Yeesh.
hits. 3 slashing. Yep.
for her
Yep.
first damage.
And the one next to Bastion's going to take a swing at Bastion. Highly doubt that hits. Probably just clangs against his armor.
Nope.
And the I'll just say this for flavor, but the two in the corner are kind of just in this fist fight right now.
You slept with my sister, you son of a bitch!
Right. Okay, two-handed longsword against this guy again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
non-lethal.
Oh,
Oh man.
that is.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
that's
a
enough.
swing.
He
Drops
goes
it.
down.
Looks down. Is that all you got? And she's going to go ahead and run up in between these two so that she is in line with the others. Actually, she's going to do it in such a way that this guy's going to have a little bit of trouble giving any pack attack. Nah. Doesn't matter. She's just there.
Okay. You see the guy that ran down the hall immediately break into a dash and sprint out the door.
Shit. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Question.
Ooh, dance in between.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's aiming
Yep,
for the
yep.
big guy.
Yep.
Already.
Oh, here we
Oh.
go. Here's our numbers.
Yep, that's a solid hit for 11 damage. He takes the hit though, and he's still standing. He's like, ugh. He's like, well, hold on here. Let's talk about this. Killian, your turn.
Here comes the big one!
As you swing your blade and land solidly against him as well.
Yeah, fly of the blade,
Another-
like, into his gut.
12 damage. And he clutches his stomach a bit as he slumps over like a little bit. He's still standing. It's like, whoa, hold on. It's like he's holding his hand out.
Persistent
Nemi, it's your
bastard.
turn.
Nick is be right back and currently muted.
Hmm,
Ah, dang.
I didn't see that in the chat.
me neither.
Oh, well.
Well, this turned around quickly.
Yep. God, that first round was worrying.
Basically, if we repeated that round, we would have been in some pretty bad way, but
Mm-hmm.
still
Yeah.
gotta get that one guy, though.
Mm-hmm. He's running.
Don't know that you can catch him. He's got a good advantage on you guys.
Actually,
He does, but range.
True.
We just gotta get to a point where we can hit him with something at range.
it's not Nemia's turn quite yet, is it?
Well,
No, it's never.
Killian, you would have like smacked him right in the gut, and he's like holding up his hand,
Yeah. Okay.
and then it would be Nemi's turn right after.
Oh well, I'm saying if he sees him holding up his hands and he's got movement left, he could start going after that guy.
Yeah. You could.
If you think he's not going to continue fighting, yeah, you could do that.
Oh, even if you do, we're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. He'd be okay with those two taking him. You feel like he beat that guy pretty effectively. She's in line of sight. Catch up, break the wall for me. Huh.
Are these walls made of stone?
It is wood. I mean, it's sturdy, but
I
it's
think
not
that'd be an
immoral.
action on my end, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll go that way. Does he get an opportunity attack?
Sees you running past, and he lets you. He's like,
Yeah,
no, fine."
like a glint of like red under the hood, like shadow of the hood looks at him and just runs by.
Yeah. Actually, he'll pull up one of the stools and take a seat, and he'll wave over to the other guy, and the guy will like kind of throw his thing on his weapon on the ground. As for the sake of this, I'd say he's calling it off.
All right. So can Killian dash to catch up with that guy?
So,
Because if we're doing like chase rules, he has way more Constitution, I would think. Does that guy have more than a 3 modifier?
so I guess just give me. You can catch up to him, but he's trying to duck in and among the buildings.
Okay.
So I guess you would need to give me a perception.
Well, if he can get in 5 feet, could he conceivably have like gone for like a shove to knock him prone, or like a grapple?
I just want to make sure you can follow him as
Okay,
he's
okay.
ducking in.
Gotcha,
Yeah, that's
gotcha.
all.
So perception.
It's not terribly difficult. Yeah, just a perception, just to keep eyes on him and follow him.
17.
Yeah, that's plenty. He tries to, he ducks in and out of a couple different alleyways to try and lose you, but you're easily able to keep up with him and tackle him to the ground.
Well, the spirit
Perhaps
of the
maybe
wolf,
like
the hunt is on.
maybe just a few buildings over, and you're able to drag him back.
Like jumps on him, puts one arm around the throat, like shoves his face in the ground as it grinds across for a few feet.
So you're able to, you can bring him back with the rest of them.
Yep.
And really unfortunate, but I actually have to call it for the night.
Yeah.
It's early.
Insanely early. Yeah, I know.
It's a quick one.
Okay.
Yep.
For
But
what it's worth, Killian will bring in the cuffed guy too.
I know you can gather all the unconscious people together in the building, and
I was like, Killian will just like take the pommel of his sword and just like with the 2 guys who are still fighting in the corner, just like one each.
yeah. You see, Pat has gained the upper hand at this point, just kind of like beating the guy senseless a little bit.
All right, boys, nighttime.
Knock him out.
Sorry, just get back. That seemed to win, and what?
Eric has to call it for the night. We gotta end it early.
Yep.
So
Okay.
We won.
They've thrown down their
the
weapons.
the big guy kind of like waved over to the other one as there was only 2 of them left in the building. He threw his sword down. Killian managed to keep eyes on and catch up with the other one and bring him back. So now you have a room full of conscious and unconscious thugs to question at the beginning of the.
Awesome.
Yes.
Assuming Killian got the
Excellent.
handcuffs before they left, he will cuff the conscious guys too.
You didn't get this many, but you've got rope and you can make do with what's available.
If he got at least 2, he'll cuff the big guy.
Yes, I imagine so.
Okay.
You're not as concerned with the unconscious ones just yet.
Yeah, he'll take them on. He put him on the one guy in the bush because he was worried he'd get up, but
Yeah, before things were
that
set.
dude running through the streets with handcuffs on is kind of conspicuous. But yes.
Alrighty, guys. I know it was quick. Sorry, but we will pick this up in not next week, but the week after.
Next week, you return to the well, and Conrad, are you gonna be good for next week?
He's muted. We'll find out.
All right. Well, I can end the recording off here at least.
Till we
Awesome.
return.